Well, fellow RVers, this is Gary once again with Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom, and freedom has brought us to Lewis and Clark's Cavern State Park. Welcome Center, and we are going to be staying a few days here. Today is August 7th, 2019. So we're going to go check this out, and I'll give you a little review about this park and let you know some of the things that's available to do here. I can tell you there's hiking, there's caverns up at the top. You can go take a tour, biking. Let's go check this out. And this was the entrance road to the park right here, which comes out to Highway 2 right here. As you can see, Highway 90 East is that way, and Highway 90 West is that way. We came in Highway 2 the west direction, that way. The road was 2-lane. You had some curves, no real climbs. It ran beside the river, had some rock faces along the side of the road at a time or two. Had a few curves, but overall it's a very easy road to get into the park on. We have a 33-foot and we pull a toad. We had no problems. When we leave, though, we're going to be headed east that direction, which we don't know anything about. It doesn't look too bad, though. So the Highway 2 entrance to the park off of 90, it's a good road.
So there is Lewis and Clark Caverns Campground down below there. I am up the Gulch trail, about maybe half a mile, a little over. So for a very little bit of walk, you can get this amazing view. And if you go up just a little bit further, it's just not far at all. Like, just past those trees, you get a really good view of the valley below. But I wanted you to see the campground and see how close the campground is to these amazing views. Just fantastic. What a great evening walk. Only 4 miles round trip to hike up to the visitor center on this trail. There are other trails you could take. There's a lot of trails here, but I took this one. Very pretty.
Visitor center, campground full. We see a lot of those signs this time of year in Montana, it seems. So book ahead. Okay, we are here at the turn to go to the campground or the visitors center at the Caverns, or the Caverns tour, the gift shop up there. The camping area actually turns to the left down that little road there, and you would go straight ahead if you want to go to the Caverns. And that yellow sign there, you need to be aware, it's a hill up to 9% grade next 3.2 miles. Now 9% grade that's pretty significant, so I want to keep that in mind.
Going back to the campground, the road's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
There's also 2 trails you can walk up to there. I understand there's an easier one and a difficult one.
Right. One starts at the visitor center and one starts from the campground. Actually, there's a couple. There's a multi-trail system, which is nice. But if you do have dogs, be careful, because the one we went on just for a little while has a lot of prickly things.
Yeah, a lot of prickly things. And this is a picture of the campground here at Lewis and Clark Cavern State Park. There we are right there. And you're kind of right out in the middle of the sun. It's pushing 90 today. This is an overview of the park. We're in section D. And there's a pull through right in front of me here. And there's a trail over here that goes off to the visitor center. You can see the building out there through the trees. And there's a pull through right up at there. And there's some of the back ends. And right there, us, the gray excursion with the kayaks on top of the car. We're in site D1. It's electric, no water, but they do have water available, 50 amp. So I'm going to walk around to the other side and show you a shot from that side too. We're going to continue on down this road, which is just a big circle. Okay, when you come in, the first thing, there's the host. They'll check you in. And there's the camper right there. What he's doing is filling his water, since there's no water at the sites. But they do have water faucets in this water fill station there at this dump station. Now this dump station, you can dump from either side, leaving the park or entering it, which was helpful for us because we just left the Beavertail Hill State Park in Montana, and they didn't have a dump station, showers or water. So we were able to dump first, then go to our site. And then if you go on around, yeah, there's that lady walking her dogs again. Seems like she's at every park I go to. You see some cabins out there, a pavilion, and then you come on around, another overview of the park, and there's a bathhouse right there, children's playground. You got loops B, C, and this rolls over into loop A, coming around this little loop here. And that is basically the park. Right through there, and they have trails that go up and bike trails that go up on top of those hills, and you can actually go to the caverns from here. So while the bathhouse does have showers, as you can see, so a minimum of $3 to start. It's a pay shower. And while I'm here, there's a couple of cabins. I'll show you the cabins, and there's that lady again. I'm on the other corner of the park now. There's one of the teepees right through there, and right around that curve is where we're at. Right back over there is the host. There's the cabins, and right through there, past that stop sign, that would be the bathhouse. And I'm standing right now in the parking lot of the day center, day use area. And you've got the picnic tables, bathroom, and you got a nice pavilion. And there's some trails that go off the back of this. But this would be the day use center, day use area. So here we are, it's a 8:45 at night. As you can see, it's still pretty light over the park. A little cloudy up over the mountains. Still plenty of light though. Doesn't get really dark till after 9, maybe 9:30. But we've had a wonderful stay here at this park, Lewis and Clark Caverns State Park in Montana. And we're going to be moving tomorrow, but this was a nice park, 50 amp service, no water at the site. They do have the dump station and water at the dump station that you can fill your tanks with, and faucets around. They had a nice playground, nice walking trails all around, paved or gravel. And of course, there's the caverns that you can go up to and visit, either walk up or drive up. And the drive wasn't that bad. The showers were pay showers, $3 to start the shower. Then I don't know how much it is after that to keep it going. So overall, it was nice site, nice big wide site, plenty of room. It's out in the open, it's not much shade. It's a pretty good park to come to, spend a few days, a couple, maybe 3 days, and take one day, go up there and tour the caverns. It's $12 a piece, and they have what I would call the easy, moderate tour, and then they have the more difficult tour, which is a longer tour. So the moderate tour was half-mile walk. It was level to get to the cave, and then you go inside the cave, and then the other one's a 3/4 mile, more difficult walk. It's more uphill. So we are going to be leaving this park, and we are going to be headed down the road about 150 miles to Cap P City Park in Columbus, Montana. It's either a donate or free park, as there's no water, there's no dump, there's no electric. So when you get there, and hope we get a site, but it will be our last stop in Montana before we head on out. And then we're headed into Wyoming. We will invite you to hit our like buttons, subscribe, hit the bell, and follow us on our journey through the United States. So overall, this is Gary with Ruff Road RV Life from Lewis and Clark, Caverns State Park. And we like looking at freedom. That's something what